What's up, YouTube? I just wanted to go over some functionality here with the Maverick XR-50 wireless 4-probe thermometers. I just got these yesterday, and I had some questions for folks in the forums, but nobody was really able to answer any of this stuff for me. So I thought I'd shoot a quick video and just upload it so any of you guys on the hunt for a nice 4-probe thermometer would have this additional information. Now, a lot of the reviewers I had watched had mentioned something about the alarm function being difficult to handle, and I was a little bit worried about this. But for my particular situation, I'm not too fussy about it. You do have full independent function of your alarms. So if I hold this little button here, you'll see that little alarm button right up there. Looks like it's sounding off. You can turn on the alarm this way for each individual probe or turn it off. You can turn all the alarms on or off just by hitting this button. Let's see if I can do this here. So you notice they all have the broadcast button now on them. Now, these buttons right here only control for the main device. This is the transmitter. It's the one that has the probes hooked up to it. Your receiver right here also has some functionality. Now, you don't have control of each individual probe. Like you're going to notice here, if I hit this power button, it's not only going to turn on the backlight, but it's also going to turn off the alarms. See, all 4 alarms went off. If I punch it again, they come back on. So it's something you have to be aware of if you're using this at night. If you want the alarms enabled and you have them on, the backlight goes out. And you need to look at them. You need to look at the temperatures. When you activate the backlight, you are going to be turning off the alarms. So that is something that you have to pay attention to. And also, again, so here we go. We'll test that right now. Use the backlight if it's nighttime, and you've also disabled the alarms. So just be aware. One thing you'll notice is that you can't turn on or off each individual alarm. And this is solely for the receiving unit. Okay. Now, currently, this is something that I do like, and something I wasn't sure about when I purchased, but it turned out working perfect for me. I've set the temperature now with a high alarm at 76 on this probe that I have plugged in here, so you guys can see. But you'll notice at the base, the alarms are not on. None of them are. Okay. So one of the complaints I had heard is that you had to walk out to the transmitter out of your pit if you wanted to disable the alarms. Otherwise, your neighbors or whoever else is outside is going to hear some awful alarm going off indefinitely. But that's not the case. So if you don't plan on being out by the pit, you just turn the alarms off on the transmitter, on this unit itself with the probes on it, and you can leave your alarms enabled on this one. So by hitting that button, I've now enabled all 4 alarms, but I only have 1 probe plugged in. So I'm going to go ahead and set this down here. I'm going to grab this probe, and I'm going to go ahead and trigger this alarm. You guys will see. So 69 degrees, let's warm it up. You're going to see it climb here. Give it a second because it doesn't update super fast. So you see? Now watch this. 1 button push disables that alarm. It'll continue blinking, and you'll notice this one has not gone off at all. Okay, so you do have somewhat independent control of alarms. You don't have to have this one, the transmitter, going off outside if you are not going to be outside. There's no point in having those alarms set. This one will still mind the alarms set on the main transmitter, and it will go off audibly if they trigger. So otherwise, these feel great. They feel high quality. I haven't used them for a full cook yet. This is just initial thoughts and some information that I thought might help some folks that are trying to make the decision right now. But for 4 probes, and Maverick has been around for a while. I've had some of their kitchen thermometers for a good long while, and only tossed them because I just didn't need them anymore. But they seem to work well all along. So if you guys have any questions or want me to cover anything, feel free to leave a message down below. Otherwise, yeah, it seems like a really great little thermometer here. I'll let you know if anything changes. Thanks.